Foldable iPhone Ultra versus Huawei, Pura X Max versus Galaxy Z Fold 8 wide, leaked design comparison and weight concerns. The battle for the best wide foldable phone is heating up. A new hands-on video with an iPhone Ultra, iPhone Fold dummy unit, placed side by side with Huawei's Pura X Max, reveals just how closely Apple's first foldable could follow Huawei's footprint. With Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 8 wide also entering the race, the stage is set for a direct clash between Huawei, Apple, and Samsung in the wide, tablet-style foldable category. The big question that remains for Apple: can the company keep the iPhone Ultra's weight under control while delivering a durable, premium foldable that genuinely replaces an iPad mini in your pocket? Foldable iPhone Ultra design model versus Huawei Pura X Max. Almost identical size, the latest leaked video shows a foldable iPhone Ultra dummy unit placed next to the Huawei Pura X Max, highlighting just how similar the two devices are in terms of physical footprint. On paper, their unfolded dimensions are nearly identical, confirming that Apple is targeting the same wide, tablet-like form factor that Huawei has already brought to market. Leaked and official dimensions, unfolded, are as follows. Huawei Pura X Max 120.0x 166.5x 5.2 mm 229 iPhone Ultra iPhone Fold 120/59x 167.59x 4.7 mm rumored. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 wide 123.9x 164.4x 4.3 mm rumored. In practical terms, these differences are tiny. The iPhone Ultra appears fractionally taller and marginally thinner than the Pura X Max, while Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 8 wide looks a bit wider, but even slimmer when unfolded. From an ergonomic standpoint, such small variations in height and width may not drastically change how these foldables feel in the hand. Instead, weight and weight distribution are likely to play a much more important role in day-to-day comfort. Design. Philosophy. Apple and Huawei. Go head-to-head, Samsung plays its own angle visually and dimensionally, Huawei's Pura X Max and Apple's rumored foldable iPhone Ultra are clearly in the same category. Flat, wide, tablet-like foldables designed to deliver a mini tablet experience that can still fit in a pocket or small bag. Huawei Pura X Max wide, 3.2 style inner display. Targeted at productivity and content creation, very slim unfolded profile at 5.2 mm weight of 229 g, which is impressively low for a device that doubles as a tablet foldable iPhone Ultra, box iPhone Fold, nearly identical footprint to Pura X Max, according to dummy units and leaked schematics. Even thinner unfolded frame at a rumored 4.7 mm expected to be positioned as an iPad mini replacement that fits in your pocket. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 wide, slightly broader, yet thinner design at a rumored 4.3 mm unfolded, takes Samsung's established fold concept and pushes it towards a wider, more tablet-oriented layout. Expected to sit alongside, not replace, the standard tall Galaxy Z Fold 8. The close similarity between the Pura X Max and the iPhone Ultra suggests that Apple is not experimenting with an unusual form factor for its first foldable. Instead, it seems to be taking direct aim at Huawei's wide foldable concept and refining it with Apple's own design language, materials, and ecosystem focus. Can Apple manage the weight of a wide foldable iPhone? While dimensions are becoming clearer thanks to leaked schematics and dummy hardware, there is one critical spec that remains unknown for the iPhone Ultra: weight. Huawei has already set a strong benchmark. Huawei Pura X Max 229 Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max reference point 233 g Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 215 g. This makes the Pura X Max lighter than Apple's own iPhone 17 Pro Max while still providing a much larger foldable display area. That's a significant achievement and raises expectations for what Apple and Samsung must deliver. For Apple, the challenge is twofold. Overall weight. If the foldable iPhone Ultra weighs significantly more than a current iPhone Pro Max, it could feel bulky and tiring to hold in tablet mode. Apple will likely aim for a weight target that is at least comparable to, or ideally under, its largest non-foldable iPhone models to make the iPad mini alternative marketing believable. Weight. Distribution A wide. Thin frame can easily feel unbalanced if the hinge or one side of the device is noticeably heavier. Apple's engineering will need to ensure that weight is evenly distributed so the device feels stable when held with one or two hands and when used in split-screen multitasking. Given Apple's track record with materials like titanium and its focus on in-hand feel, weight could become one of the defining selling points or one of the biggest criticisms of the first foldable iPhone. Samsung's and Apple's wide foldables versus narrow fold designs. The emergence of the Huawei Pura X Max, the leaked iPhone, Ultra and Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 8 wide suggests a clear shift in foldable design trends. Early book-style foldables often adopted a tall, narrow, remote control shape that prioritized closed phone usability over open screen width. Now, the industry seems to be moving towards wider, more natural tablet-like inner displays, thinner, lighter frames when unfolded, a better balance between phone-style convenience and tablet-style productivity. However, Samsung is not abandoning the original tall foldable format. Alongside the Galaxy Z Fold 8 wide, the company is expected to launch a regular Galaxy Z Fold 8, which retains the slimmer, taller profile that many Fold fans appreciate. This dual strategy allows Samsung to serve users who love the classic, tall Galaxy Z Fold design for its phone-like handling, compete head-on in the new wide foldable category dominated by Huawei now, and potentially Apple's foldable iPhone Ultra as an iPad mini replacement. The rumored dimensions of the iPhone Ultra strongly hint at Apple's internal positioning for the device, a foldable that can effectively stand in for a small tablet. Key implications of this approach. Pocketable tablet experience. With a footprint close to Huawei's Pura X Max, Apple's foldable could deliver an iPad mini-level experience without needing a separate device. Strong ecosystem tie-in. iPad OS-style multitasking features, Apple Pencil support, if included, and tight integration with macOS and watchOS could make the iPhone Ultra a central productivity hub. Premium pricing. Positioning the iPhone Ultra as both an iPhone Pro Max alternative and an iPad mini replacement will almost certainly push it into a very high price bracket, competing not just with phones but with small tablets and even entry-level laptops. If Apple manages to deliver a device that feels lighter, or at least no heavier than a current Pro Max, while offering a much larger canvas for apps, games, and content creation, it could redefine what a phone is expected to do in the Apple ecosystem. Huawei's first mover advantage, but for how long? Huawei's Pura X Max has one major advantage. It's already here. By bringing a wide 3.2 foldable with stylus support and a sophisticated camera system to market ahead of Apple and Samsung's next-gen wide models, Huawei can capture early adopters who want the wide foldable experience right now, fine-tune software and hardware based on real-world feedback before its rivals fully commit establish the Pura X branding as synonymous with wide, productivity-focused foldables. However, once Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 8 wide and Apple's foldable iPhone Ultra arrive, competition will intensify rapidly. Both companies have massive global ecosystems, stronger app support in many markets, and enormous marketing power.